Former Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani's attempts to engage Pakistan to rectify its Afghan policy faced disappointment. Promises made by the Pakistani military were often diluted through their chain of command, leading to unmet expectations. However, Pakistan celebrated the Taliban's triumph in Afghanistan but faced skepticism and doubts about its narratives, both internationally and domestically. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) gained strength, causing security concerns in Pakistan. Pakistan's military shifted blame to the Afghan Taliban for TTP's actions but faced challenges in combating the TTP due to structural grievances, radicalization, and local sympathy. A significant shift in strategy occurred. With the Afghan Taliban securing a foothold in Pakistan through support for groups like the TTP. The Afghan Taliban cannot take strong action against the TTP to avoid internal division, losing secure havens and challenges to its authority in Afghanistan. Pakistan must re-evaluate its policy of cultivating radical Islamist groups for foreign policy gains and prioritize the welfare of its populace. Establishing working relationships with neighbors, including India and Afghanistan, is crucial for a more stable and prosperous future.
The latest report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, issues a stark warning that climate change increases the global risk of infectious diseases. Variability in temperature, precipitation, and humidity disrupts disease transmission cycles and alters vector distribution, affecting disease patterns. Habitat loss forces disease-carrying animals into human territory, increasing human-animal interaction and pathogen transfer. Over half of all known infectious diseases affecting humans worsen with changing climate patterns. To address this, the One Health approach that integrates monitoring human, animal, plant, and environmental health is crucial. India must launch infectious disease control programs and build greater synergy between various agencies for surveillance and response. Climate change also exacerbates other health issues, such as extreme weather events and mental health concerns, making it imperative to protect ecosystems and collaborate effectively.
Moody's Investors Service, in a report on decentralized finance and digital assets, has raised concerns about India's Aadhaar Digital ID program, the world's largest with data on over 1 billion residents. Moody's flags security and privacy risks in centralized ID systems like Aadhaar, emphasizing the need for decentralized systems that give users more control over their data. The report questions the reliability of Aadhaar's biometric authentication, especially in hot, humid climates. While Aadhaar has enabled direct benefit transfers and reduced fraud, it has also excluded some from basic services. The government is urged to review and correct the program before further expansion.
The AIDMK, All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, has announced its decision to sever ties with the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, and exit the National Democratic Alliance, NDA, marking a significant shift in their political relationship. This decision comes after the recent inclusion of the Janata Dal, secular, into the NDA. The move is seen as an attempt by the AIDMK to shed its image of being subservient to the BJP. While reconciliation remains a possibility, this development could impact the electoral landscape in Tamil Nadu, potentially favoring the DMK-led coalition. The AIDMK's move is viewed as a tactical gambit in anticipation of the 2024 elections. The strained relationship between India and Canada has resurfaced due to the murder of Hardeep Singh Nijjar and subsequent accusations by Canada against India. Canada accuses India of involvement in Nijjar's murder and has called for a cooperative investigation. India views Canada's accusations as absurd and motivated but is open to looking into Canadian concerns with specific evidence. The underlying issue is the perception gap between the two countries, with Canada emphasizing the rule of law and India questioning Canada's approach to governance systems in countries like India. Quiet and mature diplomacy is needed to address these differences and maintain a strong bilateral relationship.
The Hausla temples at Belur, Halebid, and Somnathpur in Karnataka have been declared UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Karnataka has 609 monuments protected by the Archaeological Survey of India (ASI), and 848 monuments protected by the Department of Archaeology, Museums and Heritage, DAM, of the state government. The dam has launched an exercise to map monuments across all taluks to update the inventory list, which began 3 years ago. The Karnataka government has launched the Adopt a Monument scheme, aiming to protect, conserve, and restore nearly 550 monuments on a public-private partnership model.
The Women's Reservation Bill was passed in both houses of the Indian Parliament. During the debates, several MPs expressed concerns about members facing serious pending charges of crimes against women. They specifically mentioned MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, former president of the Wrestling Federation of India, who is accused of sexual harassment by women wrestlers. An analysis revealed that out of 763 Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs, 306 had criminal cases, and 194 had serious criminal cases, including rape and crimes against women, pending against them when they filed their affidavits. The data raised questions about action against MPs accused of sexual harassment.
Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russian troops, launched in June with advanced Western weapons and NATO-trained soldiers, has not yielded major breakthroughs. The original plan was to conduct a blitzkrieg operation, but Russia's strong defenses and logistical challenges hindered Ukraine's progress. US intelligence had expressed skepticism about the offensive's success. Russia adapted to the evolving battlefield, making use of minefields and precision-guided munitions. Although sanctions have impacted Russia's economy, its defense production continues, and the war has eroded Russian power in its periphery. Peace remains elusive, and the US continues to provide military aid to Ukraine. A recent assessment published in Nature Microbiology challenges 12 popular claims about the human microbiome. It addresses misconceptions related to the age of microbiome research, the number and mass of microbes, the transmission of microbes from mother to child, the danger posed by microbes, the Firmicutes-bacteroidetes ratio, functional redundancy among microbes, sequencing bias, the need for standardized methods, and the culturability of microbes. The assessment aims to provide nuance to the field of microbiome research, which has gained significant attention in recent years, cautioning against oversimplification and hype in understanding microbial interactions in the human body.
Phosphorus, a crucial element for agriculture, is becoming scarce and poses environmental concerns. Most phosphorus reserves are controlled by a few countries, with cadmium contamination in some deposits, making its use in fertilizers problematic. India, a major phosphorus importer, relies on cadmium-laden phosphorus deposits. A significant portion of phosphorus applied to soil is lost to water bodies, leading to environmental problems. Researchers propose addressing the phosphorus scarcity issue by implementing source-separating toilets to collect urine rich in phosphorus and recovering nutrients from sewage sludge. These solutions would reduce the need for chemical fertilizers, improve water quality, and enhance food production sustainability.